What's up? Thanks for joining me. You know what time it is. It is the Dear Winter session. And not sure if you saw the intro, but this is my first video. And this is what I do. So through the week, I get a lot of questions on advice and how do I handle situations and why is this happening and why is that happening. And many times when other people are dealing with things, you're dealing with it. So I wanted to be able to help others and you watching with, giving some real advice. Every day, it's not easy to come across someone who's going to give you advice that's really going to change your life. You know, we are lucky to have people out here who have shared their experiences and how it has changed them for the better. And so that's what I want to do. So, get your coats on because it's going to get cold a little bit. I might touch a nerve here or there, but that's all right. You'll bounce back. You're going to be okay. And we're going to get to it. So these sessions are called Dear Winter. And like I said, I get questions through the week that ask me questions and I say, sure, I'll answer them if you let me feature it on my YouTube, and they gladly oblige. So let's go ahead with the first question. And this actually comes from a man, but I know a lot of women that would benefit from this answer. So the question is, Dear Winter, what is your take on the saying, nice guys finish last? So let's address that first, but my answer will apply to women in the like. So let's talk about it. First, I want to differentiate nice and kind. All right. Being nice, that's a no-no. Being kind, that's what you want to go for. Nice typically comes from a place of lack and insecurity. Nice comes from a place of saying yes all the time to saying no to you and saying yes to somebody else who doesn't typically deserve that. Being kind means that you are taking inspired action on something that feels good to you, whether you get acclimates or praise for it or not. You just doing it because you want to do it. There's this saying that if a selfish man does something for you, pay attention to that, because a selfish man is always going to put themselves first. So if they do something for you, it's because they really wanted to do something for you. And this kind of goes into why women like mean guys, because if they're nice, it makes you feel something like, well, I know you're not nice to everybody else. I know you just being nice to me. And that's a turn on. So when it comes down to nice guys finish last, I want you to think about it in a race term. Let's say you're just running. You're running this race and you want to be nice and you letting everybody go ahead of you and you letting everybody do, just keep cutting you off. That's where the term from nice guys finish last. You will never make it to the front of the line letting everybody go ahead of what you need and where you're going. So a lot of men out there, and I'm going to hurt some feelings tonight, a lot of men and women have put their careers on the side. They have put their dreams on the side by saying yes to other people who didn't have their best interests at heart. And what happens is resentment builds up, because at the end of the day, you have said yes to everybody else but you. You've said yes to doing things for them that's taking time out of your day. You've said yes to bending over backwards when no one cared about seeing what you needed for the day. And you start giving and giving and giving. And next thing you know, years will go by and you haven't got nearly anything done the way you thought you would have, because you've been over there being nice for too long. And that's not cool. So we got to learn how to be more kind versus nice. When we say nice, it comes from childhood shit. Like, oh, he's such a nice guy. Oh, that's a nice girl, good girl. Yeah, that's for people who were obedient. That was for people who just said yes to make things easy. When it was always that difficult person, right? Who's like, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, you're mean. No, they're not mean. They just choosing themselves. So we got to stop getting mad because people choose themselves over you, because they're not guaranteed that you're going to do that something for them. So we get mad at nice people a lot of times because we know that they've been saying yes, 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 yes for so long. And then somebody wakes them up and goes, you know, you ain't getting nowhere, right? When you gonna get some backbone? When you gonna get cold? When you gonna get a little colder? And you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you get a little colder. Because you know, I was a nice girl. I was okay, yeah, I'll do it. And then I would be resentful. You know, I would be mad. And then I realized, I was like, why am I doing this? Like, are they doing this for me? Now, you are going to have some people in your life that bend over for you. Those are the people you bend over for. Those are the people that you go, okay, you know what? They need something from me today and I might have had to do it. I might put it on the side because I see them doing the same thing. It's when we get caught up in being nice to people who do not treat us that way is what gets us last. That's what you got to pay attention to. Kind people are never going to get caught up in that. Kind people are going to say, you know what? I feel like giving $20 to a homeless guy today. That ain't going to hurt me. But a nice person to give you that last $100 and be sitting there mad because they ain't got no money. I gave him my last $100. Now you're trying to be a victim at this point. You just let that person take advantage of you. And you can't do that. You can't let people just take advantage of your kindness. And so people are out here really trying to look at who's nice and who doesn't have a backbone and who's just going to say yes. And then they're looking at who's kind. They're like, oh, you know what? I can ask them, but I know they're going to keep it real. They're going to say, no, they can't do it. They might say do, you know, and those are the people who have high value marketplace. Those are the people who, you know, you see, wow, they get everybody because they got love for themselves. They're not over here trying to get love from you. They love themselves. They don't have to get love from you. But nice people want to get love from others because they need that to feel good about themselves. And we all go through that. And, you know, hopefully some of us grow out of it sooner than later. So when it comes down to a nice guy, women don't like nice guys because they go, oh, he'll do anything for me. Say no to a girl. Okay. You say no to a guy and see what happens. He gonna come back or bet. He'll come right on back and he'll go, okay, she say no to me. That's a challenge. He said no to me. That's a challenge. He didn't just take his day off from me so we could lay up in the bed all day. Because he about his money. He about that grind. So guess what? He gonna say no. And you gonna chase on right on after him. But if he say, yeah, okay, honey, I'll take off work for you today. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna get him to take off again and again and again. And then you're gonna be broke. And then you're gonna be mad. Why? Well, then he ain't got no money because he over here being nice. And that's why women don't really like nice men because they know that they can take advantage of them. So my advice to you and to all the nice guys and nice girls is to get a little colder, you know, get a little cold and learn how to say no. Practice saying no to people who constantly come to you with requests, knowing dang near that they wouldn't do the same thing for you. And you know who I'm talking about. You know there's some people in your life that will ask you for some stuff knowing they can't do it for you. And you got to look at them and say, you know what? I can do a little bit. But that's about it. And guess what? A, they're probably not going to ask you too much anymore. B, they will not use you. And C, you know, you ain't going to have a whole bunch of little users around trying to soak up everything that you're giving. Be selective. Okay, be selective with your time, your energy, your resources. That's what you got to do because that nice thing ain't cutting it. As you running that race, I'm telling you, everybody going to go ahead of you. And then you're going to look back years talking about, I could have been here, but I was messing around with this girl. And you know, and I did this for her and I did that for her. You was being nice. You didn't have no backbone. While old boy over there who's saying, nah, I can't see you tonight, baby. You know what I mean? I seen you 2 days in a row. I got to work on me. You know, I gotta go get this money up. Oh, I want him. Nice guy over here. He ready and waiting for my phone call. Not a good look. You lose your value in those type of relationships. So ladies, same thing. A man want to see you all the time? No, hang up the phone first. You ain't got to stay on the phone with him till he want to get off. Get off the phone and say, you know, it's been nice talking to you. He gonna keep trying. I gotta go. I gotta go get my beauty sleep. You like how I look? Okay. Well, let me get my sleep then. Okay then. And guess what? He gonna be calling you right first thing in the morning. So you got to learn how to say no. You got to learn how to get a backbone. And sometimes it takes time. But, you know, that's what you do when you learn to heal and love yourself. So the more you love yourself, the more others will love you. And that is my Dear Winter session for the night. I hope that you loved it. If you have a question, please, by all means, go ahead and email me at thetrilliswinter@gmail.com. I would love to answer your question. And if you want to drop me a note, say anything, any suggestions, I would love to respond to that. And I want you to like and subscribe. And I'm here for it. And I do coaching as well and all the things. So, you know, I've been in this game for a minute, and I love to help people just level up and love themselves and stop depending on other people to be your source for your happiness. Go up there for that. Go to the universe, go to God, go to your higher source, because I promise you, these people out here on this plane, they're looking out for themselves most times. So you got to look out for yourself and be kind. And remember that, and stay warm, my friends, because it's going to get cold. It's cold outside.